On April 10, 2026, 4 humans returned from the cosmic void after 53 years away. They traversed nearly 400,000 kilometers through the vacuum, and what they brought back will change everything. The Orion capsule tore through Earth's atmosphere at nearly 40,000 kilometers per hour. Inside, astronauts Reid Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen endured temperatures approaching 3,000 degrees Celsius on the heat shield. The Artemis II mission wasn't merely a test of space engineering. It was our species' definitive return to the deep lunar reaches. For 10 days of profound silence and utter darkness, they didn't just soar over ancient lifeless craters. They witnessed the moon as no human eye had seen it since Apollo 17 in 1972. The black vastness beyond low Earth orbit, the terrifying fragility of a blue Earth suspended in the cosmic void. The cosmic ocean lay open once more. The free return trajectory flung the crew to a distance where our planet shrank to a fragile blue sphere, swallowed by the universe's relentless dark. They didn't land on the gray dust, but what they saw orbiting our natural satellite unveiled secrets that had remained untouched for over half a century. The vacuum's silence is absolute, yet the data captured during those days of extreme isolation resonates with truths science is only just beginning to decipher. Star Plume. Today we investigate the Artemis II mission and the secrets unveiled by 4 astronauts 384,000 kilometers from our home planet. The Artemis launch system, the most powerful machine ever built by humanity, roared from Launch Pad 39B. 40,000 kilonewtons of thrust ripped through the Florida skies, propelling the Orion capsule into its waiting orbit. But that was only the beginning of the journey. The translunar injection burn accelerated the craft to over 38,000 kilometers per hour. Their destination was the rocky desert that dominates our nights. During the solitary transit, the crew watched Earth shrink relentlessly. The vibrant sphere, teeming with oceans and swirling storms, gave way to a black abyss, dotted with stars that held no twinkle. There is no atmosphere in deep space to distort the starlight. The view is one of piercing clarity. 384,000 kilometers from Earth, the moon's gravity began to capture Orion. The module drew closer. 10,000 kilometers, 5,000, 1,000 kilometers. The surface revealed itself in astonishing detail, not as a bright disk in the night sky, but as a 3-dimensional world, pockmarked and brutal. Christina Koch and Victor Glover, peering through the capsule's small quartz windows, saw mountains rising thousands of meters from the dusty ground. Colossal impact craters held the violent history of the early solar system. The absence of wind, rain, or atmosphere means every lunar scar is perfectly eternal. The impact of a meteor from 3 billion years ago remains intact, with edges as razors. Orbital mechanics carried the spacecraft to the far side of the moon, the shadowy face we never see from Earth. And it was at that moment the invisible umbilical cord was summarily blocked by nearly 3,500 kilometers of solid rock. 4 humans, utterly alone in the universe's absolute dark, separated from all of humanity's history by a sphere of dead stone. The silence in their headsets was deafening. Only the continuous hum of Orion's life support systems maintained their sanity. They were more isolated than any living being had been in over half a century. and as they glided over the gigantic shadows of the dark side, the onboard instruments began to register the alien environment. But then, the data revealed something no one expected. The darkness of the far side wasn't empty, and the moon's magnetic silence concealed anomalies that Apollo-era sensors never had the precision to detect. As Orion flew over the polar region at just over 100 kilometers altitude, state-of-the-art spectrometers began mapping massive concentrations of hydrogen. Water, not floating in clouds or lakes, but trapped in rock crystals and primordial ice blocks at the bottom of abyssal craters. Regions of permanent shadow where sunlight has never touched in billions of years. Temperatures in these abysses plummet to -240 degrees Celsius. It is one of the coldest, most unforgiving places in the entire solar system, and Artemis II was there, measuring its extent. But the crew's visual discovery was even more unsettling. Jeremy Hansen and Reid Wiseman reported subtle glows, transient flashes on the surface, bathed in absolute darkness, transient lunar phenomena, an anomaly astronomers have observed from Earth to telescopes for centuries, but which had never been witnessed so closely with the naked eye while flying over the far side. Were they microscopic meteorite impacts colliding at thousands of kilometers per hour? Or a sudden release of gases trapped deep within the lunar crust? The spacecraft's instruments vibrated with spikes of cosmic background radiation. Without a global magnetic field to protect it, the moon is relentlessly bombarded by the universe. But the radiation maps generated by Artemis II showed bizarre fluctuations over magnetic anomalies known as lunar swirls. Light and dark patterns etched into the fine dust, ghostly structures carved into the regolith by local magnetic fields that distort the solar wind. Seen from above, through ultra-high-resolution optical cameras, they looked like active scars, geological structures so sharp they appeared to have been laser-cut into the dead rock. Recent fractures in the crust suggest that the moon, far from being a geologically inactive, petrified world, is still shrinking. The satellite is still suffering thermal spasms, generating silent moonquakes beneath the surface. Laser altimeter readings painted a map of elevations so chaotic and irregular it defied ancient topographic models. Every minute of signal loss with Earth during the Far Side Pass was a plunge into unprecedented data, a punch to humanity's arrogance in thinking we already knew our closest cosmic neighbor. Astrophysicists know these anomalies exist. They've measured them with orbital probes, photographed them in high resolution, but they cannot explain why. If the moon has a cold, supposedly inactive core, where do the gas emissions come from that cause the transient light flashes reported by the crew? How did the magnetic swirls initially form, and how have they survived for billions of years under intense destructive solar bombardment? The Artemis II mission wasn't designed to land a module and dig for answers in the dust. It was designed to observe from above, test the limits of the human body in deep space, and prepare the ground for surface missions. But the questions the Orion capsule brought back are profoundly unsettling. Radiation data collected by dozens of dosimeters inside the fuselage revealed invisible solar particle storms sweeping through cislunar space. Deep space radiation is a silent, lethal monster. It tears at DNA strands. It blinds electronic sensors. During the farthest pass, the astronauts reported seeing vivid blue flashes of light even with their eyes closed. High-energy cosmic rays piercing the ship's shielding, passing through their eyeballs and colliding directly with their retinas. A physical, visceral reminder that outer space is an environment purely hostile to terrestrial biology. How will the space agency protect future lunar colonies if cosmic radiation fluctuates in ways we still cannot accurately predict? And the ice hidden in the craters of the lunar South Pole. If water is abundant, it is the key to survival, the source of oxygen for breathing and hydrogen for rocket fuel. But how ancient is this untouched water? Was it brought by violent comets in the chaotic early days of the solar system, carrying organic molecules from other parts of the galaxy? Extreme definition images of the South Pole Aitken Basin show dark rocks exposed from the deep lunar mantle, pieces of the moon's inner workings ripped out by a cataclysmic impact that nearly split the satellite in two. What do these primitive stones hide about the formation of our own Earth? The vacuum silence keeps its secrets well guarded beneath the extreme cold. Orion's return to the Pacific Ocean on April 10th ended a historic half-century fast. 4 pioneers gazed into the darkness of the far side and brought the light of scientific data back home. But the true scale of what they accomplished goes far beyond photographed craters and mapped dust. The free return trajectory didn't just loop around the moon, it stretched the elastic of Earth's gravitational pull to its absolute limit. And the most disturbing part? Everything they saw, every magnetic anomaly, every flash of cosmic light tearing through the darkness, occurred in our immediate cosmic backyard, just 1 light second away from our atmosphere. The observable universe stretches 93 billion light-years in all directions. If our closest natural satellite, a celestial body we've observed since the dawn of humanity, still harbors so many unfathomable mysteries and inexplicable phenomena, what else is out there, waiting in silence in the deep dark? In our next episode, we'll investigate 248,000 miles from Earth, how Artemis II broke Apollo 13's record.